You're listening to the OMG Hour.
Welcome, everybody. It is episode number 396 of the OMG Hour. And of course, I am Sean Evans, otherwise known as Zion, and we have a special guest here tonight. Are you the abominable snowman? Is that I didn't oh, it's Tycko. Oh my gosh, Tycko, I thought it was the abominable snowman. I thought I had a special guest.
Sorry, just stuck with me again.
Oh,
hang on.
Too
Good.
bad.
I'll remember to put something on underneath this.
Sorry, folks. I thought we had a special guest, but it's just Tycko, Mr. Second Place.
Just here.
Listen to that zipper, so loud, right in the mic. Perfect.
That's right.
That's good radio right there. Sound
listen,
effects
5 years
radio.
from now, there's going to be just a whole series of nothing but zippers against mics, and that's going to be a whole subset of
Wow.
YouTube.
That's
it's just going to be zipper mic YouTube.
Zipper
That's
Mike.
it.
You're just going to be known as Zipper Mike. Are you no longer Mr. Second Place? Now you're Zipper Mike.
No, I'm still Mr. Second Place. I'm just saying the whole new subset. It's like, ASMR, and it's going to be zipper mic stuff. It's going to be a whole weird thing on the internet where people just zipper by a microphone. And it probably already is, to be honest with you. If you look that up, I guarantee you it's some weird thing already out there.
Maybe. But welcome to episode 396. This is our 2020 year in review show. We're going to go through all the games. Well, we're not actually going to go through the games we played, but we're going to talk about some our awards, our fun awards show where we like to, bring out the games that we like, didn't like, that sort of thing. But like last year, Tycko, I want to do, it's a bit of a spoiler because I had the graphic up on screen there when we started, and I shouldn't have. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off the show, this episode. We're going to end off the year with Secret Santa Remastered. It's that time of year. I have names in a bucket right here in a glass jar, kind of like we're going to play bingo.
I have gone super professional. I just have them folded up in front of me. Because I don't own a bucket.
You have a hat on your head.
Yeah, but then I'd have to.
But
take the hat
you're
off.
not taking that off on the air, are you?
Well, my hair is. It is.
So the rules of Secret Santa. I'm going to pull a name out of the hat, and this is basically Tycko has been paired up with this video game character to buy a Christmas gift for, and he has to tell me what he's buying. And I thought we might put a little bit of a twist on it this year, Tycko. I haven't even told you this yet.
Oh.
But
twist.
we're gonna go as if the two of you picked each other's names, and we're also gonna say what that person would buy you.
All right.
So not only what would you buy this character, but what would they get you? So let's start. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna grab one. Hopefully it's just one. I think some of them are. Oh my god, that was 3 in 1.
Yeah, that's 3 gifts I have to buy. So let's not do that.
All right. So your first. Oh, you have to buy something for Sam Bridges from Death Stranding. That's Norman Reedus' character in Death Stranding. So what would you buy for Sam Bridges?
All right. Now, given that is a PlayStation game I've never played, Sean.
You know what it is, though.
I know what the game is, but I have never played the game. So I would get him a crossbow.
Okay. You can shoot the enemies, sure. And
he likes his crossbows.
You're bringing in his Walking Dead character in. Gotcha.
Right.
Perfect.
So he would probably appreciate that.
He would probably appreciate that. Yes.
And I don't know much about the game, but I assume a crossbow couldn't hurt you in that game.
I'm sure he could use a crossbow. Sure. Yeah.
There you go.
It's not really in the sense of the theme of the game, but yeah, no, that's okay. And what would he buy you?
I am going to go with he is going to get me a lovely baby snack. Those are snacks that he's carrying around, right? It's like it's a pizza delivery guy. It's like some sort of weird, futuristic baby food.
Snack? No, it's not quite.
Is that not like it's like pickled in juice? It's like no, that's not what
the pickled baby.
That's not pickled baby. That's not what the game's all about.
No, it's not about pickled baby, so I can't say it is. But you think he's going to buy you a pickled baby? And you would accept a pickled baby? Let's be serious here. Like, come on.
Okay, so I would probably leave it in the jar. Like, Like, sometimes you get like, like that fruit cake at Christmas. You don't like it's just stuffed to the back of the fridge. I would probably like be, oh, thanks for the pickled baby. That's really nice of you. And it would just be on a shelf in the
Gotcha.
back of my cupboard. And then like, 2 years from now when like you're like super hungry, you're like, oh yeah, I got this pickled baby back here.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where this show's going, but it's just gone off the rails. All right.
That took this long. That's what.
Yeah, you're right. It only took 5 minutes this time.
All right. I am going to shuffle up my pieces of paper and then decide if this is one that you're going to do. All right.
Is it?
Video game character.
What is it?
It is
Who did I choose?
Anthony Tony Hawk.
Oh my gosh, Tony Hawk. Well,
He's also a real person, Sean.
What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I know. I've watched interviews with him, and I love his stories where people says, "Man, you really look like that Tony Hawk guy," and he says, "I am," and they're like, "Yeah, right," and they actually don't believe him.
I'll be honest, though, if I looked like Tony Hawk and somebody did that, I would do the same thing. So, like, it would just be a whole bunch of people who look like Tony Hawk and saying, "I'm really am Tony Hawk," so then nobody would ever believe. That's why. That's what's happening.
So I would. I don't. You know what? I would. I mean, my natural reaction is to buy him a skateboard, but he's got one. Like, what does he need a skateboard for?
He's got a couple.
He's got
probably
more than one. You know, he's probably got one for each emotion he has, as well as each day of the week. And it's probably like whatever emotion he has on that day of the week has its own skateboard. I mean,
so he's got like 2 skateboards for every day of the week.
Happy and sad.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Those are the only 2 emotions, right? Don't tell me they've invented more emotions, Sean.
Oh my gosh, Tycko, that's actually a hard. What would I buy Tony Hawk? I don't know. He's probably already got his own skate park too. I would get him a skate park.
A skate park?
His own skate park.
But where? Because he's got one in his hometown of wherever his hometown is.
Well, see, and I figured he would, but it's gonna be. You know what it is? I'm gonna go total video gamey here.
Okay.
It's a portable skate park that he can just take with him and set up anywhere.
Anywhere?
Because you can do that in video games.
Yeah.
You know, you just put it on. It's like Tony Stark. How he's got the briefcase for his armor. Well, I'm going to give him a briefcase skate park. He just puts down on the ground, hits a button, and there's a skate park. And what's he going to buy me?
Yeah.
Easy. A really good skateboard.
A really good skateboard.
A really good skateboard.
One that you can't fall off of, like a magic skateboard?
No. I want an actual, real good quality skateboard that I'm sure he can afford that I couldn't.
Well, then I know that I need to get you some knee and elbow pads then for Christmas.
Probably. Anyway, let's start with our awards show. We're going to start off with our biggest surprise. So the games. Let's actually go over quickly the list that we always put together a list. And just numbers wise, see what we've played this year. I go through and we list. Here's all the games that released in the year we're doing. So 2020.
It's a short list, to be honest with you. Like compared to usually you have to go through a list. It's like all the way through.
I think we've seen a trend over the last couple of years. The number of games that we played has gone down. I remember when you first started the show that year, you played something like 180 some odd games.
Yeah.
So I played a whole whopping 29 games this year, Tycko. 30 games if you include the mobile game I play every day on my phone. Okay,
yeah. We played more board games than you played.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We've played more board games this year than I've played video games. And now, Tycko, you played 72 video games this year, which for you is a really low number. Because usually it's 72 a month or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's way down from usual, which is...
But it has been a strange year. I found that until things like Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, until those things started coming out in October, there really wasn't a whole lot of good titles coming out this year.
We saw significant delays with a number of games that were going to be out in March that, released in November, October. Yeah. So like a lot of stuff released later and a lot of stuff's been pushed into next year now too because of that.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
I expect we're going to be at 3,000 games each next year.
Next year?
Next year.
Maybe. So biggest surprise, Tycko, of all the games you played this year, what game surprised you the most? It can be surprised you for a good reason or maybe even for a bad reason. Personally, for me, it's a good reason. But
Yeah.
what is your biggest surprise?
So I am going to go with Immortals Phoenix Rising. I was expecting to like it, but I was not expecting it to be as much fun as I've been having with it.
Okay, you really just ruined my thunder, didn't you? You're like, I think this is what Sean's gonna choose.
That's exactly what my thing is. I'm going to go first each time, and I'm going to try to guess Sean's every time. No, but that's honestly what it is. Like we saw this announced initially as Gods and Monsters, and I'm like, okay, that's a cute little.
Yeah, it looks cool. Yes, it looked fun. It's like, yeah, I'm interested.
It's like, okay, it's like, it's their sort of Breath of the Wild rip-off sort of thing. We've seen, when companies have tried to do these sort of things before. It's fun for the first little bit, and then you get bored of it, or it just doesn't quite do it as well as the original. And I was really surprised at how much I'm enjoying this and how much I am still going back to this.
I absolutely agree with you. That was going to be my biggest surprise. Well, it is my biggest surprise because I am completely flabbergasted with that game. Like, I want to play that game every day. I've got all 4 gods complete. I've got 3 out of the 4 completely done. I'm working on the missions for the 4th one. I mean, there's still a lot to do because there's still 2 sections of the island that still are full of fog. So I'm assuming once you free those 4, something like it goes on to a whole new sort of section of the game, section of the story, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm finding is just the addiction of clearing those areas, finding all the chests, finding all the puzzles, finding all the different things to do. I love the Vaults of Tartarus, the puzzles that are in there. They're challenging, they're ingenious. Like, every one is different. It's not like none of these puzzles are the same as any other puzzle.
Yeah, and I like that it's not always just based off of like the Zelda formula, like, hey, you just found out how to fly. This puzzle's all going to be all about flying.
Yeah,
you go into a puzzle and it's going to be skills that you have.
Yeah.
But it's not just like linearly tied to like, hey, you just found bombs. So guess what?
That's right.
This puzzle's going to be all about bombs. It's like, no, you still have to figure out what the thing is because it might be something that you learned really early in the game. It might be.
And if you don't have a god power that you need, it actually warns you before going in. You don't have a god power for this vault. Yeah. So, and I just came across one still, Tycko, after 40 hours of playing, I came across a vault that says, you don't have a god power for this vault. And I'm like, what? What god power don't I have that I need? And I think I figured out which one it is. I'm going to go back and check. There's a god power where Phosphos, who is your bird, can actually clone you, and you become like this stone character that can it can be used as a weight on the weight puzzles.
Yeah.
Or it can be used as a decoy for the enemies. And when it disappears, it explodes, which is one of the powers you can get. So I think that decoy is the godly power I didn't have that I need, right? So I have a feeling the vault I'm going to go into has the weight buttons, but with no weights around it anywhere. So you got to use that power to actually weight the button.
To create the things.
Right. So but yeah. My surprise with that game is just, one, it's how freaking enjoyable it is, how amazingly fun it is, but just the sheer amount of joy I get from all the puzzles, and this it's not just nonstop fighting. It's really exploration and puzzles, and the story is fun. And I expected it to be. Okay, it looks like they're taking the formula of Assassin's Creed, they're making it a cartoon, and you're going to fight a bunch of monsters. But it's more than that. It's like, it's amazing. Like, I'm so surprised with this game.
Well, I think the other thing too is when they announced this game in the lineup, dropping, around Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and Far Cry, like these are all their big tentpole titles, and then this little title dropped in there. It's like, oh, that's their throwaway.
They're right.
That's the throwaway thing that somebody's been working on that they're just going to put out, and it's just going to release amongst there just to sort of keep people thinking about Ubisoft a little bit in between these huge AAA titles that they've dropped out. And this is the game that I like the most out of all of them.
Yes, I was just going to say the same thing. And this is the game I want to play more than those others.
Yeah.
So let's flip flip this over and do biggest disappointment.
All
What
right.
was your biggest disappointment this year? I'm going to
Right.
say right off the bat, mine is the same as most people in the world right now.
So I'm actually not. I know which one you're going to pick. I could say that one, but I'm not because I've not had any problems with that one. So I'll let you say your thing when you. So mine, Zombie Army 4,
Really?
which it's one of those games I really enjoy the zombie. That's basically the sniper elite game in the zombie environment, and it's taken far too much away from the sniping. It's like, well, yeah, you're going to get overwhelmed way too quickly, and you have to figure out how to shoot, and like the spacing. It's not as much fun as a sniper game as I would like it to be, and I was disappointed because I really enjoyed the Zombie Army trilogy that they came out, the first three, and this one here I was really disappointed with how not fun it was sniping zombies because like you're staring down the scope and all of a sudden stuff sneaks up on you or it spawns behind you and just did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would.
Okay, so I could go on and say how disappointed I am with Cyberpunk 2077, but I don't feel like I need to because most people know what the issues are with it, especially on the consoles. But I'm actually going to go with, for my biggest disappointment, surprise, surprise, I'm going to say Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And simply for the reasons which you and I have outlined a few shows ago. We talked about what we felt the game got wrong, and it really took me out of the Assassin's Creed mythos. And it doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed story. It feels like an Assassin's Creed game, play style, right? Like, I'm playing the game. It feels like I'm playing Assassin's Creed, but I have no idea how this is an Assassin's Creed story. And it also felt so unbelievably repetitive that I'm like, where is this even going? And as far as I'm aware, they still haven't fixed that bug that is preventing me from completing the game.
I've gotten quite a bit further than you have. I've played quite a lot of the game, and it's not one of those games that's drawing me back. Like
I've gotten very, very, very far in the game.
Yeah.
Like, I've played well over 70 hours in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But it's a disappointing game to me from a fan of Assassin's Creed and the Assassin's Creed lore. Yes.
Yeah. From a story standpoint, it feels like somebody took the Assassin's Creed mechanics and just dropped it into a game without a story.
Yes. Because so far, there isn't much of a story at all. It was all just, gather all these areas into the fold, like get all these allies, in England. And it's like, well, once you've got another ally, now go to this other section and do a story. Like, some of the individual stories are interesting, but the overarching story is like, this has nothing to do with the Assassins or the Templars, for that matter.
It does not feel like it has anything. And I'm still at the point, 80 hours in where it's the same thing. And, in the parts where you hop over to Valhalla and stuff like that.
Even that felt tacked on, right? Like, I don't even know the purpose of that. Why am I in this dream world of Valhalla? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it does not. It's like, it's just a weird, and it took me a little bit to realize that you're playing as Odin.
Right?
But like if you don't look like Odin, so like it's like you're talking to everybody, and it just like all the conversation, it just feels off.
Right.
And
it feels like one of those really weird DLCs that Ubisoft is known for.
Yeah. It feels a little off.
Yeah.
I enjoy the game and the gameplay. I don't feel that there's a story there I don't feel that the story is there that should be.
Right. And I've put the game on hold in favor of Immortals, Phoenix Rising.
Yeah.
Like, that game has taken me away from Assassin's Creed because it's that much better. All right. One more before we do another Secret Santa. The best looking game, of course, now we've got the new systems out. So I thought, well, let's talk about what we think so far of the games that have come out for either the Series X or the PS5. Which game do you feel actually looks the best and really shows off the new system?
So I actually went a different direction with this. I did not actually pick a game on the new systems. I actually picked a game on the old system.
All right.
Because I really enjoy the art style and how the game looked, and that's Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes, beautiful game.
Absolutely gorgeous game. I don't know if you have tried I can't remember what the mode's called, but the black and white
Yeah, the
uh,
Akira? No, it's
Kurosawa.
Kurosawa mode. That's the director.
Kurosawa.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. I just really love the visuals of that game. I imagine it looks even better when you're playing it on the PS5. I don't have one of those, so I don't know.
Well, there's no PS5 upgrade for it.
Oh, is there not?
Not
Okay.
yet.
Then there you go. But that's I'm looking at the overall visuals, not the tricks that the new systems can do with
Yeah.
that. So I went with Ghost of Tsushima with my.
I totally agree with you on Ghost, but my vote would actually go for Assassin's Creed Valhalla because it looks so unbelievably real. It
is an absolutely beautiful game.
It
Absolutely.
looks lifelike, and to me, that is absolutely stunning. Right? I love Ghost of Tsushima. Absolutely. It's a gorgeous game, and while I'm playing it, it's absolutely fantastic. But as I'm playing through Assassin's Creed, I cannot help but just be in awe at how beautiful and lifelike the world looks. Which has been not really achieved. I mean, I think Red Dead Redemption kind of achieved that last year.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it was on the same level as Valhalla.
Yeah, no, there's just something about like the way these games look now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's just the almost realism of some of the stuff that you see.
Now I can't wait to see Ghost of Tsushima with the PS5 upgrade. That is going to be stunning. Like holy crap.
Yeah,
because it's already a stunning game. All right, let's do another round of Secret Santa. This time you go first, so go ahead and choose a name, and I'm going to quench my parched mouth.
All right, I have picked a name. So you have received
Deckard
Cain. Deckard Cain.
Deckard Cain. Should I know Deckard Cain?
From the Diablo series of games. He is the old guy who starts off your quests usually at the beginning of the thing. He's the guy who you go talk to with the Heredric Cube.
Okay, if you say so.
You don't know who Deckard Cain is?
Nope, I don't play the Diablo games, Tycko.
Oh,
I played Diablo 3. That's it.
He's in that one.
Yeah, but I don't even know the story of Diablo. He's
the old wizard monk.
He's the guy who looks like a wizard, right?
Yeah, but he's not. And then you bring your stuff back to him to identify that guy.
Can I buy him an old tome? He seems like he likes books.
Yeah, he does. He's a fan of the book.
All right, I'm gonna find him an old dusty tome that he can
dusty tome
that he can relish and study.
Clean it up a little bit, or are you just gonna hand it to him all dusty?
Oh, all dusty. Because that's the whole point. You want to be able to pick it up and go, and the dust goes, and then you open it and you hear the creak of it opening, right? And it's like it's that old musty.
For Christmas, you're gonna blow dust on an old man.
No, he's gonna blow dust after I give it to him.
Oh, your hand, and he go.
Yes, yeah.
He would enjoy that actually.
He would enjoy that because it's that whole experience of the old dusty tome.
All right, he would enjoy that.
All right, and what's he gonna buy me? I think he found an old wizard staff that thinks I'm gonna really like for that long ranged, fire blasting stuff in Diablo.
Fire blasting stuff.
Yeah,
as they say in the
video game world.
Yes, as I remember, greatly how Tolkien wrote about,
That's right.
Fire blasting stuff in those.
All right, here goes another one. I think I've got a bunch all stuck together. So this one. Oh, you're gonna like this one.
All right.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
I went classic with that one.
Very classic. I would honestly like. This is a guy who's like running around the jungle all the time, and he wears clothes. Like
actually, he wears a tie.
A necktie, yeah. So I'd buy the guy some pants.
Good. He needs pants.
You're swinging around. You're gonna want to.
People look up. I mean, there's things you don't want to see when he's swinging above your head.
See Donkey's Kong. Just give him a pair of shorts. Get him a purple pair of shorts. So like, it's like they're Bruce Banner shorts.
Nice. All
So we
right.
get purple shorts for Donkey Kong there.
All right. And what's Donkey going to get for you?
I mean, he's up there in the trees, swinging around. So like, I imagine that he's concerned about my potassium levels, and he would just bring me some bananas.
A bunch of bananas. Like it's
A bunch of bananas.
worth 10 bananas. Absolutely. You definitely want that bunch of 10. That's the best one. The best bunch of bananas.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, moving on, Tycko. This one's actually a hard one for me, but I'm going to let you go first on this one. The Controller Chucker Award. So this is the game that frustrated you the most as you played it. It doesn't have to be a bad game, but it's one of those games that's like, oh my gosh.
This is a game that is one of those games that's a very good game that, you realize very quickly that you're bad at it.
Okay.
And that is the game Ghost Runner.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. What game is that? Ghost Runner.
Ghost Runner is a cyberpunk setting platformer. You basically play as a Ghost Runner. So you're basically you're a cyber ninja, and you have to run and jump back and forth between things and hack and slash guys. And I just found it was so hard to get through. Like one of the early sections, I just kept dying no matter which direction I went. A guy's like, "Oh, there's a guy," and he shoots me.
Oh, I would have given up on that game for sure.
Yeah, and like I tried it 50, 60 times, cannot get past that one early part.
Wow.
It's a beautiful game. It looks like it's a lot of fun. I imagine that it's longer than where I've made it to.
On Xbox?
On both. It's on both. Okay. It's on everything's.
It's on all the things?
It's on all the things. Well, not all the things. It's on the two main things.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Well, you should check it out and then not buy it because you suck at it too.
I wouldn't. No. From your description, I definitely would not. So Controller Chucker Award for me was hard to choose. So I'm actually going to go with Journey to the Savage Planet, it's a fun game, but it's a 3D platformer that can just get really frustrating at times. Because sometimes you have to be so precise in getting what you need, and I know I need to get up there, but how the heck do I get there? And then you go around, and then there's all these creatures that are shooting stuff at you, and then
when you miss and you fall back down like 5 levels,
right?
It's like it took me forever to get there,
yes.
And then because I missed a double jump, create a sticky point, attach to the sticky point, double
right.
jump again to land, you're like, oh,
I have to do all that again.
And you have to start from the scratch, like all the way to the bottom. It's very, very frustrating. I get that 100%.
I mean, the game was great. It was fun, but yes, it definitely a Controller Chucker Award for exactly the kind of thing you just described. How long it takes you to get up the really difficult places only to fall back and miss, or even get up there and see, oh, I need to get down to that ledge. You jump down, completely miss the ledge and end up right at the bottom again. And now you got to go all the way back up just to try to get to that ledge. It's like, oh my gosh, that's where you're like, I'm turning it off. I'm walking away for a while.
Yeah.
And this award I created just for you, Tycko.
Ooh, okay.
This was, I think, created last year just for you. I only played it for the Achievement Award.
All right, so this is basically the Kitty Powers.
This is the throwaway. No, I thought Kitty Powers was your game of the year.
It was.
No, this is the throwaway game that you literally only played because it was easy achievements.
Okay, there's like a ton of those. Like, so the one that I've picked from the list of new games, Leisure Suit Larry. I'm gonna get the subtitle here.
Wet Dreams Dry Twice.
No, Wet Dreams Don't Dry.
Oh, then there's a new one called Wet Dreams Dry Twice.
Yeah, there's two. So one of them is for the consoles, and one of them is for the Switch, I think.
Okay.
So there's two different Leisure Suit Larry games came out this year, which is so weird.
Wow.
That actually happened. But
you actually played Leisure Suit Larry.
Now here's the thing. Okay, not just for the achievements, but I was a fan of Leisure Suit Larry back in the computer days when it was like
way back. Like
way back.
90s, early 90s, I want to say.
Yep. So I played a ton of it back then too. So yeah.
Okay.
I like it, but like it's a point and click adventure. So like it's like, okay. So nostalgia aside, I'm doing this for achievements.
And have you got all the achievements for it?
No.
So what would you say would be, what is the one game that was like super easy to get all 1,000 achievements this year?
So there's a lot of games that are like really, really easy. Like there's like, and like none of them are on our list to have picked from. Like there's
Okay.
like all the Ride Alika games that are basically designed just for people to like, here's $5 and you can have 1,000 games.
Really?
There are games that are basically just they hand you that within like less than an hour you can get the full gamer score. The one that I found super easy and satisfying to get the full gamer score this year was Maneater.
Oh, okay. Well, that's on the list for this year.
Yeah, but I mean I played that because I wanted to be a shark and eat people, not because
Right.
I
It wasn't
wanted to
wasn't
check out
only for the achievements, but it was an
Wasn't only
easy 1,000.
it was an easy 1,000. Like I think it was
Interesting.
15-20 hours and completed the full game with all the achievements in it, and
All right.
I enjoyed that game a lot too. That's a fun game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a game I haven't played yet, and I think I kind of want to.
You should play it, and it's one of the ones that's upgraded for the Xbox, a smart delivery for the Xbox Series X as well.
Is it on Game Pass yet?
Not yet. Sean.
Oh well, maybe I'll try it when it hits Game Pass.
All right.
All right, let's look into the future a little bit.
All right.
Into next year, and I'm not even sure if I can think of what's coming out next year, but what is your most anticipated game for next year?
All right. I have a list. I have put together a list of 3 titles that are on my list for next year.
All right, so these are among your most anticipated?
Yes. So Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So the Harry Potter game that
Yeah.
we've seen teased looks
It's
absolutely
RPG
fantastic.
basically. It's a
Yeah.
Harry Potter RPG. Takes place like what? Would they say 100 years before the stories? Before
Yeah.
Harry Potter, something like that?
So really looking forward to that. Gotham Knights,
Okay.
the new Batman game. I'm a big fan of those games. It looks really cool.
What about
Looking for
Suicide
that.
Squad? Are you gonna play
That
one?
and Suicide, both of those. I mean, they're both basically the same
Yeah.
style game. So I'm looking forward to both of those. And then the last one is the game from the Left 4 Dead creators, Back 4
Back
Blood.
for Blood. Okay.
Which
Interesting.
I am a big fan of that. I am really hoping that it holds up to what we remember playing in Left 4 Dead, and I am looking forward to running through and just murdering more zombies.
Yeah. We should totally get that on the same system and play it together.
We should.
I wonder if they'll have cross play available in that game.
They might. They have talked about that sort of thing. I mean, it seems like that's going to be way too easy of
Yeah.
a thing for us to ask for, so probably not.
So I agree with the Hogwarts Legacy. Absolutely will be on top of that day and date. Like that's like I'm all
Yeah.
in. But I think you can probably guess, providing it actually releases next year, that Horizon Forbidden West is my most anticipated game for next year. I cannot wait to play Aloy again, to get into and see what the next adventure for Aloy is, One of my favorite characters from that game. There we go. Yeah, like honestly, Aloy has quite literally become right alongside Lara Croft as my absolute favorite video game characters.
Yeah.
Just from the moment they announced that game to the moment I finished playing it, I just knew it was a game for me, and so yeah, Horizon Forbidden West is definitely my most anticipated game for next year. Of course, that's not saying there's other games I'm excited for, but that is my most. That is the one. If you were to say there's no other games coming next year except that one, I'd be okay.
You'd be okay with that?
I'd be okay with just that game coming out next year. And I know it's not until the end of the year. I think they said
Yeah.
it's pretty much holiday next year.
Oh, did they say holiday?
I'm pretty sure it was. They said they. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said holiday. It wouldn't be. I was hoping for a March, like 3 years after the first one, but no, it's going to be later in the year. Which also means that's around sort of like what do you call it? That's delay season. So chances are it may be 2022.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Sorry,
exactly.
Sean. That's going to be. You'll be able to say this. At
Hey,
least you have a
listen.
save for next year.
Listen, here's what's going to happen.
All right,
They're going to
listen.
delay it into 2022, but then they're going to release it on February 22nd, 22. So they're going to release it on 2/22/22, which I'm all for because that's my birthday. That would be actually a pretty cool date to release the second game in a series.
Something's going to be released.
2/22/22.
Yeah, something's to be released.
I don't know what date that is, like what day of the week that is. Let me see if I can pull it up really fast.
It's Thursday, I believe.
It's actually a Tuesday, so you could absolutely release a game on 2/22/22, and you know there's going to be some big game released on that day. And what better than a sequel being released on that day?
I'll allow it, Sean.
I will allow it too, and I'll be happy if they delay it to that date. I just won't want to wait for it.
Yeah, well, too late. You may have to.
All right. Let's do our last Secret Santa Remastered. This time I will go first for you.
All right.
It's the last one of the year, Tycko, so enjoy it while it lasts. Maybe we'll do one at the end. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see what the time is like.
All right.
All right, here you go. You have... Oh, I am so interested to see what you say about this one.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
You chose Vault Boy.
Oh, all right. So you're referring to the character Vault Boy.
Vault Boy from Fallout.
Okay, because he's actually just a mascot. He's
I
not
know.
a real character. He's a little statuette. Is that what you're talking about? Or
The character of Vault Boy.
all right. So let's assume that we're talking about the syndicated character Vault Boy. So I mean, we all know his iconic pose.
Yes.
You know,
Which I think is...
No,
that pose. That's right.
That's from because like he's holding up his thumb to test to see how far away if he's out, like if your thumb can cover up the mushroom cloud, you're far enough away from the thing. So what I would get
far
him
enough
is one
away.
of those. Yeah, so that what I would get him is one of those novelty, thumbs, those big plastic ones you put on your thumb, so it makes it look like you've hit your thumb with a hammer and it's like bigger thing, just for some added jokes. And plus, then he would be able to say, "Hey, I'm far enough away," even if he really wasn't, because he's covering everything with the thumb.
Oh, gotcha. So he can be unsafe.
Yeah,
with his fake thumb.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be a fun joke. It's like, "Hey guys," because that's everybody looks to him. It's
So
like, "Are we far enough away?"
He can be like, "Yeah, you guys are all far enough away," and then run.
Yeah,
perfect.
Exactly.
Now, what's he gonna get you?
So
is he gonna get you a finger?
No, because I can't be far enough away to give somebody the finger in that game and get away fast enough. So he knows I am a big fan of his line of toys. So he's going to get me a complete set of the Vault Boy bobblehead action figures.
So what you're saying is his present is way better than yours.
Oh yeah, way better.
Way better.
But he works for the company, so it's not like it's not like he had to spend the money. He basically just said, "Hey, grab me one of those things out of the back closet. I got to give somebody a Christmas gift." So he just got the set from there. It's not like he paid for it.
All right.
It's like
sure.
if I go to work,
he got it from the closet. He found it in the closet, left over from last year.
Yeah.
Someone gave it to him last year, and he didn't want it.
Like it's when you go and you bring home you get out the stress balls from your company to your kids for Christmas. It's like, here you go, this stress ball with your company's name logo on it. Like that's basically
So
what
cheap.
it is for him. It's not even like it didn't cost him anything. It's just crap left over in the office.
All right.
All right. Fun story. Just off topic. A couple years ago, when I was working at a place that we were doing work for the movie studios, one of the things that they sent out to all of our team.
Oh, I remember this. I think
was the Ghostbusters collector's edition set, but not the movie. Like it's the movie collector's edition set, but they took the movie out and they sent them just
the boxes.
Just the box. There's a box with the collectible Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in it.
Right. Okay.
But they sent them just that. They didn't give them the movie.
Wow.
And everybody thought this is why their Christmas present from a major studio was
the Stay Puft Marshmallow
garbage.
Man. Yeah.
Basically, it's like here's all the stuff that we didn't end up using.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a fun story about that. But I would have been happy had he gotten me that collection of all of them.
Okay. All right. Now I'd like to choose a name, please. So if I can put my hand in the hat there and.
That's not the box, Sean.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Dr. Mario. Oh, that's easy.
Dr. Mario.
You know what I'm going to get, Dr. Mario? The COVID vaccine.
Yep, just what is that? That's an automatic cheat code for his game.
That's right. I'm going to give him the vaccine, and you know what he's going to give me? The shot. He's going to turn around and give me the shot.
Well, that's nice.
Because he's Dr. Mario. Sorry, Tycko, that was really easy. I mean, especially in this day and age, Dr. Mario comes along. I'm like, here, have a vaccine.
Have a vaccine. Like that's what you're handing people for Christmas.
Yeah, the Pfizer vaccine.
The Pfizer vaccine, yeah.
Yep.
So that's everybody wants. If you didn't get one, Sean's got some available for Christmas. So
only for I already given it to Dr. Mario, so you have to go talk to him. You have to go talk to him.
All right.
I gave him 2 doses.
2 doses.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
One
right.
for you and one for him.
One for me and one for me 2 months from now. I thought that's how it worked.
Yeah, that is. That is, I think, how it works.
All right. Here's a new award this year. I'm calling it the Where Did It Go Award. So this is games that we've been really, really looking forward to, and now we don't even know if it's still a thing.
Okay, sorry. I just assumed that this was referring to Cyberpunk on the PlayStation Store.
That could very well be it, too.
All right.
So
what games have we seen and that we're anxiously awaiting that have just disappeared?
For me, Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones
from
the
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft pirate adventure title.
I mean, they had this perfectly situated around the time that everyone was excited. Like when Sea of Thieves came out, everyone was into the pirate games, the pirate ship games. And it was also around the time where there was the ship battles in the Assassin's Creed games that played so well.
Yeah.
And kind of riding on that high, And now all of a sudden it's just, where is it? Like, does anyone even care anymore? I do. I will still play it, but I feel like they've lost that excitement window.
Well, because it's a new IP that's just gone away, and all we've heard from them is, "Hey, we're still working on it."
But have we even heard that?
We did about a month and a half ago. Somebody popped up and said, "Hey,
yeah, it's like that's Prairie Dog, whoop, and then whoop, down again." It's like, but yeah, it's like that. I'm giving that one my Where Did It Go awards, like because was it like almost 3 years ago now we heard about it, and it's just sort of disappeared, or maybe 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 3.
It was supposed to release over a year ago.
Yeah,
and then it just disappeared. It was It was delayed at the end of last year. It was supposed to be November last year, and then delayed basically indefinitely.
Yeah. There's been a number of titles that have sort of fallen out of the current window of expectation. Ubisoft has a few of them. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah, that's another one.
Which looks really cool that is just all of a sudden gone. There's some stuff that
I think the problem with that is it was extremely ambitious and massive. And it's taking a lot longer to create than they expected. And if I'm not mistaken, Michelle Anson, who was one of the creators, has left the project.
Yeah, I think we see that. You see that happen quite a bit with people just coming on and leaving and coming on and leaving projects. So there's a few. I'm trying to even think of what other stuff. Like there's stuff that you're like, how have we not seen a Lego game come out this year?
Well, did we get the Skywalker Saga already?
No, but was delayed till April. That was delayed till April.
Right, so that's another big
like how do we go an entire year without a
Lego game? I don't know, Tycko. How did you go a year without a Lego game?
I'm going through
withdrawal. Are you withdrawal? I need a Lego game.
I do need a Lego game. Like, come on, like put something out. Like, it's not like they don't just own a billion franchises. Throw something together.
It's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
How has there not been a Lego Matrix? Come on.
There's so many of them. My daughter has gotten obsessed with the Jurassic Park movies, and so I bought her the Jurassic Park game, Lego Jurassic Park game, and she will play that thing for hours.
Well, she just likes shooting the characters and watching them explode, right?
No, she's actually
playing now?
She's actually playing them now. She finished the game in like
oh my gosh. Whoops. Wow, really?
Like, not all of the collectibles and stuff like that, but she finished the main stories, like all 4 movies main story in like 4 hours.
Wow, look at her go.
Yeah.
All 1,000 achievements too, right?
Oh, I said she didn't collect everything.
Oh,
She doesn't care about achievements. We're still going to ingrain that in her later.
okay. Yeah, you need to train her up.
Yeah.
So you're going with Lego?
I'm going to go with why do I not have a Lego? It's almost like the same thing as we haven't had a Marvel movie this calendar year. How do
Right.
we not have a Lego game in a
Right.
calendar year?
Sure. I'm gonna go with best mobile game. I thought of this one because I've been playing a game lately on mobile every day. Whenever I have a free moment, this is the game I want to play on my phone. Even if I'm just sitting upstairs on the couch, I pull out the Harry Potter's Puzzles and Spells, which is just an absolutely fantastic match three game. You know, it's so well done. It's not your typical match three.
Yeah.
It can be frustrating because I've spent 20 or 10 or more lives on one puzzle today and still haven't finished it. But I'm level like 410. But it's just so much fun. Like it's you can get into a guild. I don't know if they call it a guild, but you're gonna get a group and you're actually climbing up the leaderboard as a group. You get into different tiers that give you bonuses throughout the week if you're in a certain tier. But it's so fun. Like honestly, it's really really fun. I've played match games throughout the years many times that I end up getting bored. Mostly like the puzzle quest type games. Here Marvel Puzzle Quest. I played that for a while, but I just found it was so boring, repetitive because it was literally just match three to attack. This is literally a match three puzzle game. So you have to clear the board in order to win, and you only have certain number of moves to do it in.
I've played that game.
Which one?
Under basically the Harry Potter one. I basically played that one, but when it was called Frozen Fever.
Right. Probably similar idea.
Yeah, it's exactly that game. I think they just slapped another.
Probably this
IP
is
on it.
This is Portkey Games, which is they're the ones who do the Harry Potter games.
Yeah.
But it's anyway. My best mobile game is very easily Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells. Really, really well done and perfectly themed as well. Like it feels like you're playing a Harry Potter game.
Should I play it? Should I play it right now?
Not right now. After the show, you should play it. So, do you have a mobile game that you've been enjoying this year?
Honestly, no. I don't. I honestly don't.
Well, why are you even on this show then?
I don't know. I forgot this was the mobile episode. Yeah, I mean, I play some stuff, but like nothing that holds my attention for a significant amount of time.
Yeah,
mobilely.
All right, then let's move on to the maybe next year award. This is the games that we didn't get to play this year, but hopefully we'll get to it next year. And like you reminded me of one actually, Maneater. I want to play that game.
Okay.
But I haven't had a chance to. I don't have it. But
you should play it, Sean. You should play that game.
It's one of those games where I want to play it, but I'll wait for it to go on sale.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, again, I thought you also meant this was the Cyberpunk 2077 award, waiting for them to
well, that is definitely. I am. I have stopped playing Cyberpunk. I have officially said I'm done. It crashes on me all the time. I've had so many weird glitches. I had a weird glitch the other day where I was in a warehouse fighting a gang. It was one of those like random encounters for the police, right?
Yeah.
So I'm fighting the gang. I've got this amazing pistol that sets them on fire. It's like,
I've got that pistol.
Oh my gosh! I'm shooting it. All of a sudden, he bursts into flames. I'm like, this is the greatest gun ever. It's like, and so I'm on a ledge up top, right? And I go to jump down, and I jump down, and suddenly I'm on the other side of the room. I'm like, where? I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't even know where I am. I was so far away from where I jumped down. I had to run back to where I was and then go all the way back to the other side of the warehouse to where they were. What just happened? I literally teleported as I jumped down. It was so bizarre.
I've had some small glitches, a few things like dead guys. When you loot them, they sit up for a second and then go back down. Some weird little things like that. I've not had any major glitches, and I've been playing on the Series X and not had any problems. And I've heard that like depending on where you're playing, is like a 50-50 shot on whether or not you have major breaks in your game.
I've had it crash multiple times. Like,
Yeah,
just suddenly it'll shut down, and PlayStation will come up and say, "We've detected an error. Do you wish to submit a report?" And so I submit the report. It grabs a little video of what you were last doing, and multiple times I've had that. I had a mission where I finished the mission and it said, "Now leave the building," and the door wouldn't open for me. I was stuck in the building.
Yeah, I've been very lucky that I have not had that problem at all yet.
The game's ugly too, Tycko. Like, it's not good looking on the console right now. It really is a not good looking game.
It's very grainy. They try to cover that up with the fact that it's like, you're seeing it through like a chip and stuff like that. But it's not the prettiest game. I'm enjoying it, but I'm just firing through like the most of the single player story, leveling up a few times when I have to in order to get through to the next thing. But I'm enjoying. I'm
gonna wait because I actually want to experience it properly, and I'm not experiencing it properly right now. I'd rather have the PS5 or the next gen upgrade for it and experience it the way it was meant to be experienced. So I'm not going to get a refund. I could easily get a refund on it. I'm not going to. I'm going to hang on to it. I'm going to get the patches, and I'm going to wait for the next gen upgrade and then play it.
We should point out too. CD Projekt Red is not a company that is looking to screw people. It's not a dump and run sort of thing. No. There was major issues with The Witcher when it first came out as well.
Not like this. There wasn't.
Not like this, but there were issues. This is pretty bad. But I'm enjoying what I'm getting with it so far. It's not broken. They just announced today Xbox can get their refunds as well.
Yeah. But Xbox isn't pulling it from the store.
Xbox hasn't pulled it from the
store.
Sony
pulled it from the store. That is unprecedented for Sony to pull a game like that because it's broken. Wow. But anyway, the maybe next year award for you. What is it?
So it is going to be, I'm going to go with Marvel's Avengers.
Oh, interesting. Really? You actually still want to play that game?
I still want to play the game, but I want to play it for under $20. So,
didn't you say April or did you say June?
I believe I said April.
All right, so $20 in April, you'll be able to play it.
Yeah. It's $40 now. It's down to 40 already. So, it's already at 50. It's been at 50% off throughout the whole thing. So I don't think I'm too far off, particularly since it's an online game that they need people to be playing it. I'm gonna say April.
Marvel needs to realize how well done the Spider-Man games were for PS4 and say that's what we want for these other characters.
Yeah. You do an individual game for each Avenger.
I don't care if it's an Avengers game, but if it was an Avengers game that in the style of Spider-Man where depending on the mission you choose the hero.
Yeah.
But if it had that kind of quality to it and not this Anthem game, Anthem copycat, then it wouldn't be a problem. The fact that it's an Anthem copycat, and we all know how well Anthem went over this year, right?
The problem is when you create a game that requires other people to be able to play with you in order for you to have an enjoyable experience, you're causing yourself a problem, because if you hop in and I can't get into a group, there's not enough people playing. They were down to under 1,000 people playing on the PC already.
Yeah, I don't want to play with strangers either. I don't want to play with randoms.
I don't even want to talk to strangers. How about that? Which you're not supposed to do, because
Don't talk to strangers, Tycko. Don't even take candy from them.
Well, okay, I'm going to take the candy.
All right, Tycko, it's time for the Game of the Year discussion.
All right. Who are the nominees, Sean? Play the video.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, did we do that last year?
No, we did it 2 years ago. But
last year, was cool.
It's just our own personal Game of the Year.
Oh, okay.
So I am choosing my favorite. It's really hard to choose. There's several. I think Cyberpunk. No, I'm just kidding. Cyberpunk Game of the Year. Woo! Best game that crashes. It's the best crashing award. Let me just filter the list real quickly on games that I played. I honestly think, like, I never mentioned Last of Us Part 2. You know, that's a great game I played this year. You know what? Let's go through each of our lists and say what our top 5 are, and then pick Game of the Year from those top 5.
All right, hang on.
So
here.
my top 5 is definitely I've got Ghost of Tsushima in the list. That's one of my top 5s. Immortals: Phoenix Rising is definitely in that list. The Last of Us Part 2. Then we've got where's Assassin's Creed, and why is it not showing? There it is. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Again,
Okay.
story aside, it's fantastic. And then that's 4. And I have to choose a third. It's really hard for me to choose a fifth one here. Go through this, and I'm gonna have to say Watch Dogs Legion. Forgot that was off the page there. So my 5: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghosts of Tsushima, Immortals: Phoenix Rising, The Last of Us Part 2, and Watch Dogs Legion. Tycko, I will now filter it for just games you've played, if you'd like to see that.
All right.
And then you can pick your
Okay.
your favorites.
All right. So I'm going to we just keep going with 5 here. So I'm going to go with Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay. And we're gonna have really good radio as he scrolls through the list of games.
Gears Tactics.
Oh, interesting choice.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
Yes.
Immortals: Phoenix Rising.
Yep.
How many have I said so far?
That's 4. 4.
That's 4. I'm going to add in one more.
One more.
One more.
One more.
So one more.
One more.
Let's go with Watch Dogs Legion.
All right. So our lists are similar. You have added in Gears Tactics.
Yeah.
And what did I add that's different from you?
Last of Us.
The Last of Us Part 2. So from that list, Tycko, you're going to narrow it down. What is the one game out of all of those that stands out the most? I have a feeling we might choose the same one.
I'm going to go with Immortals: Phoenix Rising. It's just a game that has so much to do, and I'm just enjoying the most, I think.
Okay, we didn't choose the same one, although I absolutely agree with your assessment, but I'm going with Ghost of Tsushima, only because Ghost of Tsushima was one of those games that I completed 100%.
100%.
I got everything there was to do in that game. There was nothing left. The story was fantastic. The story was emotional. It was like I loved all of the side stories. They all worked well in the context of the theme. And I was every day I wanted to play more. I wanted to get better. You know, when I finished playing the game, I wanted to play the New Game Plus. Very rarely will I do a New Game Plus. I started New Game Plus on Ghost of Tsushima.
Did you get all of the new costumes and everything like that were just announced with the
Not
new thing?
just announced, but I will. Again, I want to play it again on New Game Plus using the PS5 upgrade path once it's available. But for me, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, I think the gorgeous visuals, absolutely fantastic gameplay, and the story was just amazing. You know, really good acting, the voice acting, the music was stunning. Like, honestly, everything about that game to me was just on par. It was fantastic and an absolute worthy Game of the Year.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
I guess. He says.
I do say.
As he realizes I'm right. All right, we've only got a couple of minutes left, so we're not going to do another Secret Santa, but let's just check in. What are you working on over the holidays? Now that you've got the end of the year, this is our last show of 2020. We'll be back in the new year for our final 4 episodes. So that's going to be interesting. We're countdown to 400. So what are you going to be working on over the holidays, Tycko?
Well, it seems based off of recent announcements where my city's getting a lovely little lockdown that it's going to be a lot of video games.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, that is what we're talking about. So
yeah, So it's going to be well. I mean, like normally we'd get together, maybe play some board games or something like that. But
Yeah, that's not going to happen, I don't think.
no. So yeah, I'm gonna finish off some Cyberpunk. I'm gonna finish off Immortals. I'm gonna finish off Assassin's Creed. So
You're going to
I've got.
finish Cyberpunk. Wow, you're actually dedicated. You don't want to wait for it to be patched?
I'm already like some percentage of the way through it.
I am some percentage of the way through it too. Wow, that's
So
interesting. We might be in the same spot. No.
I'm no, I'm not going to wait because it's working. There's no problem. I'm not running into any problems or anything like that. So I'm going to play it like, and
Well,
if the
let's just say
story,
you're not you haven't found any game breaking bugs. I'm
well,
sure
yeah,
you've seen glitches and stuff,
oh
right?
yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
glitches and stuff like that. Like nothing.
Your car has never randomly crashed as you were driving. I saw a video today of car driving down the road. All of a sudden, it suddenly just starts flipping out in the air, and it's just like destroyed and lands, and it's on fire. It's like it didn't even hit anything.
No, I have not had that.
It's so weird. So many weird things going on.
No, I have not had that at all. Yeah, it's odd that I have not had like so many of the problems people have mentioned. I have not had any of those.
You're just blind to them.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm blind to. Maybe I need the right optic.
Yeah, probably you're missing an
Okay.
optic
Yeah.
implant.
Yep. So I just need that fixed.
Over the holidays for me, I want to finish Immortals.
Yeah.
I want to get back to Assassin's Creed. And I haven't played Watch Dogs in a while, so I need to jump back into Watch Dogs now that I've got the PS5 upgrade path for that.
And Maneater.
If it goes on sale, I'll check out Maneater.
All right.
Maybe.
All
We'll
right.
see.
Do
But
it.
yeah, those are the ones I kind of be working on, especially Immortals. Like I said, I've put Cyberpunk down. I will wait for it to be more stable for me and look nicer. Because, listen, I'm playing it on my PS5. I want it to be the pretty game it should be. You know?
Yeah.
Like right now, when I started playing, I'm like, this does not look like a next-gen game. And now I realize why. Because it's not. Nowhere. It's not even 1080p, Tycko. Did you know that?
No, my eyes aren't 1080p, so I can't tell the difference.
It's not even 1080, let alone 4K.
How many P is it, Sean?
So it's something like 1100 by something. It's something weird. It's not 1920 by 1080, which is so bizarre. It runs in a lower resolution, and I'm like, well, that's why it looks like crap. It's not even 4K.
See, it's hard to tell because of like the stylized version
It's
of it,
not
where it's
hard
like
to
where you're like it's like is the game just buggy or is it meant to look like
No,
this?
it is supposed to be beautiful. If you look
Oh.
at the PC renders of it, it is gorgeous. It looks like crap on the console. It really does.
Well, then you know what?
And it's not supposed to look like crap.
I will play it eventually.
Anyway, that is it for our end of the year show. That is our year in review. We'll be off for a couple of weeks. I think we'll be back first full week of January, so not January 2nd, but the week after, which I think is January 8th or something. And then we're gonna, of course, every year we like to do our looking forward to next year. We'll be looking forward to 2021 and see what's coming out and review all that stuff. And then we'll talk about some TV we've watched. We'll wait a couple weeks and then we're gonna spoil the finale of
I haven't seen it yet.
We're gonna spoil the finale of Mandalorian in 3 weeks. So if you don't want to be spoiled, catch up on it before we talk about it.
All right, I'm gonna go watch it right now.
Because it's absolutely stunning, and I loved it, and I almost cried.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch it right now.
Okay, well, thanks for everybody for listening to episode number 396, or watching, as the case may be.
The options were there.
And if you're not watching us, come on out to youtube.com/OMG Nexus and check out the show there and all the other shows we do, like Flipping Tables and Kicking Tables. I can be followed everywhere as Ziantane, and that is XIANTAYNE. And you can follow the show on Twitter at the OMG Hour.
All right, you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Second Place, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and Sean.
And
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays
to everybody.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you, and check out our Instagram at Flipping Tables with OMG.
Hey, you remembered.
All right. thanks everybody for keep safe out there. It's been a weird 2020. Obviously, things are looking brighter for 2021 as we all get the vaccine out there. And stay safe through the holidays. Thanks for joining us this year, and we'll see you next year. Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Subscribe.